morning, y'all. It's a little dark out here this morning. I think it's supposed to storm pretty bad here today, but it's early too, so my ride to work is pretty dark now. It's been a minute since I've been on here, but last week my kids were out for spring break, so I tried to spend as much time with them as I could, and the holiday, Easter, and then with my van being messed up, trying to figure things out with that. So it was just a crazy week last week. I didn't have a lot of time, but hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. I had a really good Easter. The weather was absolutely beautiful here. Hope it was wherever you guys are, because it was, oh my gosh, it was so nice here. We could go outside in shorts, and it was just absolutely the best weather. It's supposed to storm really, really bad here today. They're even talking about maybe closing the schools early, but I guess we'll see. But so I got a few calls made about the van, and so my van is a 05, and so it's almost 20 years old, and I know transmission work is not cheap. I know that, but the quotes I'm getting from some people, it's just outrageous. It's just, for a van that old, I'm not about to sink more money in it than it's worth. This one quote was like $8,000. And that's for the transmission and to do the work. And I'm like, I could get another van that's about the same as the one that I have for less than that, probably, because it's almost 20 years old, I'm just not going to put $8,000 in that van. Transmission people are very proud of their work, apparently, where I live, but it's harder to find transmissions for that van too. And it's a all-wheel drive. It's not four-wheel drive, and the four-wheel drive transmissions in that model are a lot cheaper than the all-wheel drive, and they're easier to find. So it's just, I don't know, it's just been a headache, but I am going to get it fixed. I think Billy I'm going to find a transmission, and Billy, I think, is going to put it in for me, because the prices have been a little more than I can stomach. Because the motor's really good. It's got 151,000 miles on the van, and for it to be that old of a van, that's really good. And most of those miles I've put on it since I've got it, because it didn't have a lot of miles on it when I got it. So most of those miles I've put on there. So I think sorry y'all, I'm still waking up. I think he's going to help me when they get a month off here pretty soon, or close to a month off. I think he's going to help me, unless I find someone who can do it for a decent price. If not, I'm going to pay him to do it. So yeah, that's where I stand on the van. I did find a cheap little car, which is what I'm in right now, and I'm not a car person. I don't like, I'm not a car person at all. I don't like tiny cars, and that's what I'm in. And I don't know, I like room for my kids to not be right beside each other. I know they're getting older and it's not as bad, but they still are teenage, two of them are teenagers, one of them's close to it, and they still, don't want to be right beside each other, and I just don't want to hear the arguing. And so I'm like, I like to have them spaced out a little bit, and I know I could get an SUV, but I like to be able to transport my animals, and my seats lay down in my van. So minivans are very convenient for every aspect of my life. So, I consider all those things, and that's why I love my van, because my seats lay down and I can fit my cages in there for my animals when I go pick up my new ones. So I'm sure my husband would rather me have something that I can't transport animals in, so I can't get any more, but I'm gonna keep living the minivan life so I can get some more animals. But anyway, so I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter, because it was so pretty here. We stayed outside, and it was the best day. It was so good. It was so beautiful. The weather was amazing, and yeah, it was great. Skylar came by for a minute. I kept one of their little dog. I kept him. He's actually the son of my little Chihuahua pair that I have. So I kept him, and she came by to get him. And I tell you, I've tried to feel Sage kick 1,000 times, and I feel like everybody has felt her but me. And every time I put my hand on her belly, she just stops moving. I'm like, what in the world? Like, no, I cannot handle that. You've got to kick for me. But she's still in the early stages. I'm sure I'll feel it eventually. But yeah, so excited about that. Her, it's not that much longer, y'all, and she'll be here. And oh my God, I'm so ready for that too. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. Cannot wait. And I don't think I've ever talked about it on here because I'm pretty private. Oh, somebody's smoking some weed. I just smelled it. But yeah, I'm very private. But I already have a grandson by relationship. My oldest daughter, has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend has a son, and he's 10 years old. And so I'm kind of how would I say, not inherited. I kind of well, anyway, we acquired a grandson, so we have him. I'm not going to say his name on here because I just don't want to do that. That's their private life. But yeah, so we have a grandson, but this will be our first birthed grandchild. So we're super, 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 super duper excited about her. And we cannot wait. Everybody is on pins and needles. Everybody's ready to spoil her to no end. So I'm so excited. But yeah, we cannot wait. Absolutely cannot wait. So yeah, that's where I've been at, and just spending time with the family, and life's been a little nutty in my house for the last week. Oh, yesterday, y'all, I have the funniest story. Yesterday, so my kids were out for spring break last week. They only get a week for spring break. A lot of their vacations were on the 9-2 schedule, so 9 weeks on, 2 weeks off. They call it year-round, but it's really not year-round school. It's 9 weeks on, 2 weeks off. They still get a summer break, but their spring break is only 1 week. So we all got out. Monday was my day off. We all got up. I got them ready. My husband was going to work, and I got them up, got them ready, and we go outside at their time for the bus. So we're standing there. Well, the bus is like 5 minutes late, and I'm like, well, text the little friend down the road and see if she's got on the bus yet. So my son texts her, and no answer, and he's like, well, she hasn't been answering me here lately, so maybe she's not going today. So we wait a few more minutes, and before we know it, we're out there 20 minutes and the bus has not came. And so my daughter's like, well, let me see if my friend's on her bus yet. So she looks at her and she's like, she's not even online. Like, she hasn't been on her phone today. And she's like, do we even have school today? And I'm like, your spring break is only 1 week. It's not 2 weeks like the other vacations. It's only 1 week. So I look up their calendar on my phone, and they're out of school. So we literally stood out there 30 minutes waiting on a bus that was never coming. People driving by probably thinking we're the biggest idiots in the world, or thinking that I'm pranking my kids because it's April 1st. And yeah, waited on a bus that was never coming. I got my kids up for no reason, which was funny, I thought, but they didn't think it was very funny. Yeah, so we stood out there waiting on a bus for 30 minutes that was never coming anyway. So that would have been the ultimate April Fool's joke if I would have been in on it, but clearly I wasn't because I didn't know they didn't have school. And yeah, I still don't know why they didn't have school because their spring break is normally only 1 week. I don't know why they added that day. It's, I have no clue. But yeah, we stood outside for 30 minutes while people drove by probably thinking we were the biggest idiots in the world knowing there wasn't school. Yeah, that's how my day went yesterday. But anyways, I'm going to get off here. You guys have a wonderful day, and I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later.